Have you ever found yourself feeling a little sluggish, bloated, or just plain uncomfortable after a meal? Even when it's something you've eaten for years, maybe you've noticed your energy dip, or your stomach just doesn't feel quite right after what used to be a perfectly normal dinner. It's a common experience for many of us as we get a little older, and it can be truly frustrating when you're trying to enjoy life to the fullest. But what if I told you that some of the foods you've always considered harmless, perhaps even comforting, might actually be quietly working against your digestive system? Especially after the age of 60, it's a surprising truth that many people overlook. But understanding it can make a world of difference to how you feel every single day. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 common foods that could be causing these quiet harms. And most importantly, what you can do about them. This isn't about giving up everything you love, but about making informed choices that support your body as it changes. So, let's peel back the curtain on these digestive disruptors. Because knowing is the first step to feeling better. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you. Let's begin our journey by looking at the first common food that might be subtly undermining your digestion: those seemingly innocent, highly processed snacks. Think about your favorite packet of crisps, those convenient crackers, or even some of the ready-made pastries you might grab from the shop. For years, these might have been quick fixes, a little something to tide you over, or a comforting treat. But as we get older, our digestive systems simply don't have the same resilience they once did. These processed snacks are often loaded with refined carbohydrates, unhealthy trans and saturated fats, and a whole host of artificial ingredients, colors, and preservatives. When you put these into an aging gut, it's like asking an old engine to run on dirty fuel. Your body has to work overtime to try and break them down. The refined flours in many crackers and pastries can lead to inflammation in the gut lining, making it harder for your body to absorb vital nutrients from other healthy foods. And the unhealthy fats, especially trans fats, are notorious for slowing down digestion, leading to that heavy, uncomfortable feeling, and even contributing to issues like acid reflux. Imagine your digestive system as a complex, well-tuned orchestra. When you introduce these highly processed snacks, it's like throwing a wrench into the finely tuned gears. The artificial additives can disrupt the delicate balance of your gut microbiome, which is that incredible community of good bacteria that lives in your intestines and plays a crucial role in everything from digestion to immunity. When these beneficial bacteria are out of balance, you might experience more gas, bloating, and irregular bowel movements. It's not just about the discomfort, it's about a fundamental shift in how your body processes food, leading to less energy and more general malaise. So, what's the actionable step here? It's not about never having a treat, but about consciously reducing your reliance on these types of snacks. When you're at the supermarket, take a moment to read the ingredients list. Look for items with fewer ingredients, and ingredients you recognize as actual food. Instead of a packet of crisps, perhaps try a handful of unsalted nuts or seeds, which are packed with fiber and healthy fats that support digestion. Or, if you fancy something sweet, reach for a piece of fruit. A crisp apple or a juicy orange offers natural sugars along with fiber, which is exactly what your gut needs to stay happy and regular. Making these small swaps can significantly lighten the load on your digestive system, helping you feel more energetic and less weighed down. It's about nurturing your gut with wholesome foods that support its natural function, rather than challenging it with highly processed ones. Now, let's talk about the second common food culprit that often flies under the radar: sugary drinks and those deceptively diet alternatives. For decades, we've been told to quench our thirst with fizzy sodas, or perhaps we've enjoyed fruit juices that promise a boost of vitamins. And then came the diet versions, promising all the flavor without the calories, seemingly a guilt-free pleasure. But here's the often overlooked truth: both conventional sugary drinks and those loaded with artificial sweeteners can wreak havoc on your digestion, particularly as you age. When you consume a sugary drink, whether it's a cola or even many commercially bottled fruit juices, you're flooding your system with a massive dose of simple sugars. These sugars are rapidly absorbed, leading to a quick spike in blood sugar, which can then be followed by a crash, leaving you feeling sluggish. But beyond that, this high sugar intake can feed the bad bacteria in your gut, allowing them to multiply and overpower the beneficial bacteria. This imbalance, known as dysbiosis, is a key contributor to bloating, gas, stomach cramps, and even a weakened immune system. Your gut is literally fighting an uphill battle against the sugar. It's not just about the sugar content. It's also about what these drinks do to your overall digestive environment. Fizzy drinks, for instance, introduce a lot of gas into your stomach, which can lead to uncomfortable bloating and belching, particularly if your digestive system is already a little slower with age. And when we turn to artificial sweeteners, often found in diet sodas, sugar-free treats, and even some chewing gums, the picture isn't much rosier. While they might not contain sugar, research is increasingly showing that these artificial compounds can also negatively impact your gut microbiome. Some studies suggest they can alter the balance of bacteria in a way that contributes to digestive discomfort and may even impact metabolic health. Your body, particularly your digestive system, often doesn't recognize these artificial sweeteners as natural food, and it can struggle to process them, leading to bloating, diarrhea, or constipation in sensitive individuals. It's a classic case of trying to trick your body, but your gut knows the difference. So, what's the simple, actionable step here? It's truly as straightforward as reaching for water. Plain, pure water is your digestive system's best friend. It helps break down food, aids in nutrient absorption, and keeps everything moving smoothly through your intestines. If plain water feels a bit boring, try infusing it with slices of fresh fruit like cucumber, lemon, berries, or mint. This gives you a natural flavor boost without any added sugar or artificial chemicals. Herbal teas, both hot and iced, are another fantastic option. Think about a comforting chamomile, a refreshing peppermint, or a zesty ginger tea, all of which can actually soothe your digestive system rather than irritate it. You might be surprised how quickly your body responds to this simple change, feeling lighter, more hydrated, and significantly less bothered by digestive woes. It's about nourishing your body with what it truly needs, not what the advertising tells you it wants. By ditching the sugary and artificially sweetened drinks, you're taking a huge step towards calming your digestion and boosting your overall well-being. Moving right along, let's turn our attention to the third common food category that can quietly challenge your digestion after 60 conventional dairy products. For so many of us, milk, cheese, and ice cream have been staples since childhood. We've been told they're good for our bones, and they're certainly comforting. But as we age, a significant number of people develop what's called lactose intolerance, or at least a sensitivity to lactose. The natural sugar found in dairy. Our bodies produce an enzyme called lactase, which is responsible for breaking down lactose. As we get older, our production of this enzyme often naturally decreases. When you consume dairy products and your body doesn't have enough lactase to break down the lactose, it passes undigested into your large intestine. There, it ferments, leading to a host of uncomfortable symptoms like gas, bloating, abdominal cramps, and even diarrhea. It's a very common reason for post-meal discomfort that many people simply don't attribute to their beloved cheese or morning cereal. Beyond lactose intolerance, some people also experience sensitivity to the proteins in dairy, such as casein. This can trigger an inflammatory response in the gut, leading to ongoing digestive issues and discomfort. Imagine your gut lining as a delicate, protective barrier. When it's exposed to something it can't properly process, or to which it has a sensitivity, it can become irritated and inflamed. This chronic low-grade inflammation can contribute to what's known as a leaky gut, where the gut lining becomes more permeable. potentially allowing undigested food particles and toxins to pass into the bloodstream, which can have wider implications for your health beyond just digestion. It's not just about the immediate discomfort. It's about the potential for long-term irritation and imbalance within your digestive system. Think about how many traditional meals incorporate dairy, a splash of milk in your tea, cheese on your sandwich, or a creamy sauce on your pasta. These seemingly small additions can add up to a significant digestive burden if your body is struggling to process them. So, what can you do if you suspect dairy might be a quiet culprit? The good news is, you don't have to give up creamy textures or calcium entirely. One actionable step is to experiment with lactose-free dairy products. Many supermarkets now offer lactose-free milk, yogurt, and even ice cream, which contain the lactase enzyme added to them, effectively pre-digesting the lactose for you. You might find you can enjoy these without any discomfort. Another excellent option is to explore the wonderful world of plant-based dairy alternatives. Almond milk, oat milk, soy milk, and even coconut milk are readily available and come in various textures and flavors. They can be used in your tea, coffee, cereal, and cooking just like conventional milk. Similarly, there are many delicious plant-based yogurts and cheeses made from nuts, soy, or coconut. Try swapping out your usual dairy for a week or two and pay close attention to how you feel. You might be surprised by how much lighter and more comfortable your digestion becomes. This isn't about eliminating dairy for everyone, but about listening to your own body and discovering what truly makes your digestive system sing. Now, let's move on to the fourth common food that can quietly harm digestion, especially as we age deep-fried foods. Picture your favorite fried chicken, crispy fish and chips, or those tempting donuts. They might be incredibly delicious and satisfying in the moment, offering that comforting crunch and savory flavor. But for an aging digestive system, these foods can be a heavy burden. Deep frying involves cooking food in large amounts of oil at very high temperatures. This process often saturates the food with unhealthy fats, particularly trans fats if the oil is reused or partially hydrogenated. These fats are incredibly difficult for your body to break down and digest. Your digestive system has to produce a lot more bile and digestive enzymes to try and process them, putting a significant strain on your liver and pancreas. The result? A feeling of profound heaviness, indigestion, heartburn, and a general sensation of sluggishness that can last for hours after eating. It's like asking your stomach to lift weights when it's only prepared for a gentle stretch. Moreover, the high-fat content in deep-fried foods can slow down gastric emptying, meaning the food stays in your stomach for much longer than usual. This prolonged presence of food in the stomach can lead to increased acid production, which is a common trigger for acid reflux and indigestion, especially for those who already experience these issues. The sheer volume of oil absorbed by deep-fried items can also irritate the lining of your stomach and intestines, contributing to discomfort and potentially exacerbating conditions like irritable bowel syndrome (IBS) in sensitive individuals. Think about how you feel after a meal of fried food compared to a meal of baked or grilled food. The difference in digestive comfort is often striking. It's not just about the calories. It's about the direct physiological impact on your digestive tract's ability to function smoothly. Our bodies simply aren't designed to process such large quantities of highly altered fats with ease, and this becomes even more apparent as our digestive enzymes naturally decline with age. So, what's the actionable advice here? It's not about never enjoying a crispy treat again, but about choosing healthier cooking methods instead of deep frying. Consider baking, grilling, roasting, or even air frying your favorite foods. An air fryer, for example, can give you that delightful crispiness with just a fraction of the oil, making your meals far lighter on your stomach. If you're at a restaurant, opt for grilled fish instead of battered and fried, or baked potatoes instead of chips. When cooking at home, experiment with healthier fats like olive oil or avocado oil in moderation, and focus on methods that don't immerse your food in excessive oil. You'll find that food cooked this way often tastes fresher, and more importantly, leaves you feeling energetic and comfortable, rather than bogged down by digestive distress. Making this simple shift can significantly reduce the workload on your digestive system, helping you avoid that heavy, uncomfortable feeling after meals and supporting your overall digestive health as you age. Finally, let's talk about the fifth common food type that can quietly cause digestive upset. And this one might surprise you: certain high-gluten grains, especially the refined ones. Now, I'm not saying everyone needs to go gluten-free, but it's a surprising truth that many people, as they get older, develop a sensitivity to gluten that they didn't have in their youth. Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye for those with celiac disease. Even a tiny amount causes severe reactions. But for many others, there's a spectrum of non-celiac gluten sensitivity, and it often becomes more apparent with age. As our digestive systems mature, the gut lining can become a bit more permeable, and our immune system's response to certain food components can shift. For some, consuming foods rich in gluten, especially highly refined versions like white bread, most commercial pastas, and many breakfast cereals, can lead to inflammation in the gut lining. This inflammation isn't always obvious as a sharp pain. It can manifest as chronic bloating, excessive gas, abdominal discomfort, brain fog, and even irregular bowel movements that just don't seem to clear up. Imagine your gut lining as a finely woven cloth. Gluten, for some individuals, can irritate this cloth, making the weave a little looser and allowing for more irritation. When your gut is constantly battling this irritation, it can't perform its job of nutrient absorption as efficiently, leading to potential deficiencies over time. Even if you're eating a generally healthy diet, this isn't just about the immediate discomfort. It's about the long-term impact on your digestive health and overall well-being. Think about that heavy, full feeling after a large pasta meal, or the unexplained bloat that seems to linger after your morning toast. For many, these sensations are not just about the quantity of food, but a subtle reaction to the gluten within it. The more refined the grain, often the less fiber it contains, which can also contribute to digestive sluggishness and constipation, further compounding any gluten sensitivity issues. It's about being mindful of how your unique body responds to these common grains, rather than a one-size-fits-all approach. So, what's the actionable step if you suspect high-gluten grains might be affecting you? The simplest way to test this is to try a temporary elimination. For a couple of weeks, consciously reduce or eliminate common high-gluten items like white bread, regular pasta, and traditional baked goods. Instead, explore gluten-free alternatives, which are now widely available and much tastier than they used to be. Look for breads and pastas made from rice, corn, quinoa, or lentils. Incorporate naturally gluten-free grains into your diet like brown rice, quinoa, millet, and oats. Ensure they are certified gluten-free if you are sensitive, as oats can sometimes be cross-contaminated. Pay close attention to how you feel. Do you notice less bloating, more energy, a more regular digestive system? If you feel significantly better, you've likely found a key area where you can make a positive change. This isn't about deprivation. It's about finding foods that truly make your body thrive. By being more discerning with your grain choices, you can gently support your digestive system, leading to greater comfort and vitality in your daily life. So, there you have it. 5 common foods that, while seemingly harmless, can quietly undermine your digestion after 60 highly processed snacks, sugary and artificially sweetened drinks, conventional dairy, deep-fried foods, and certain high-gluten grains. We've talked about those convenient crisps and crackers that can inflame your gut, how fizzy drinks and artificial sweeteners can throw your gut bacteria out of balance, and why that beloved milk or cheese might be causing more gas and bloating than you realize. We also explored how deep-fried treats can leave your system feeling sluggish and overburdened, and how even seemingly healthy grains might be causing subtle inflammation. Remember, This isn't about completely depriving yourself or radically changing your life overnight. It's about gentle awareness and making small, intentional choices that can lead to big differences in how you feel. Think about replacing those processed snacks with a handful of nuts, choosing water infused with fruit instead of a soda, exploring delicious plant-based milks, baking or grilling instead of frying, and perhaps experimenting with gluten-free grains or ancient varieties. Each little step you take is a powerful act of self-care, a way of honoring your body and supporting its natural functions as you continue to embrace life's journey. Your digestive system is remarkably resilient, but it also appreciates a little help as the years go by. By being mindful of these 5 common food culprits, you're not just avoiding discomfort, you're actively promoting a healthier gut microbiome, reducing inflammation, and boosting your overall energy levels. Imagine waking up feeling lighter, more energetic, and with a comfortable, happy gut. That feeling is within reach, simply by making a few thoughtful adjustments to what you put on your plate. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these foods affecting your digestion? What small changes have you found helpful? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below, because your insights could really help someone else in our wonderful community. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us bring more valuable content like this to you. We're here to help you live your best life at every age, feeling vibrant, energetic, and fully present. You deserve to feel fantastic, and with these simple adjustments, you truly can